Hey, I'm Chad, and recently I had a nightmare. Jagex just dropped a new quest called Midlife Crisis. Yeah, they even misspelled it in the update notes. Classic Jagex. But this quest, it wasn't your average duck quest. This one just hit different. It dropped some serious lore that even the Lord Master would recommend. The moment the quest starts, bam, you're logged out. You log back in, and you're in the Lumbridge Castle basement. Strange. No gear, no inventory, not even a bronze dagger to your name. You rush to the bank, and lo and behold, it's empty. You think to yourself, did I just get hacked? But then you realize something stranger. Gielinor is silent. No NPCs, no players, nothing. Just you in a barren ghost town of Gielinor. You try to train your skills, but everyone is level 1. You step outside the castle, confused and alone. Then you see him, Mr. Hands. You click him, hoping to talk, but the only option you can select is age. You click it, and for the next 45 minutes, your account age just sit there on the screen. No dialogue, no music, just silence and your own thoughts. Where did all the time go? How much of my identity is tied to pixels on a screen? Did I build something or just watch the numbers go up? Has RuneScape had an impact on my life? Was it worth it? And yet, as I sat there staring at the age of my account, I realized something. Maybe it wasn't wasted time. Because RuneScape didn't just teach me how to grind, it taught me how to endure, how to set goals and chase them, how to lose something valuable and yet still keep going, how to trust people, and how it feels when that trust is broken. Yeah, RuneScape was more than a game. It was a sandbox of life lessons, and one of the most important ones is learning how to not get scammed. See, this game didn't just teach me how to make GP, it taught me how people work. And sometimes it showed me how people can take advantage of others, especially when trust is involved. Let's talk about the scams. These were just random tricks. They were lessons in psychology, greed, and human behavior. So today, I want to walk you through some of the most iconic scams I ran into growing up, and the real-world wisdom hidden inside each and every one of them. Doubling GP. It's one of the most infamous scams in RuneScape. You find someone, they're going outside, probably around the GE, they say doubling GP. You test it out. 10k becomes 20k, 50k becomes 100k. Your greed kicks in, you're like, this guy seems legit. You trade him 1,000,000 GP. Gone, he logs out. Now what is this in the real life? Well, the real world parallel is it's almost identical to a real scam called pig butchering. Fraudsters fatten you up with huge returns on crypto investments that they make up. You give them 10k, they give you like 12k back, 15k to 30k, and they keep hyping you up, showing you all these massive returns. Once you're confident and invested heavily with them, they disappear with everything. Lessons. Scammers feed your trust just long enough to slaughter. Bait and switch tactic. You're trading for an item that you've been wanting forever. You trade your whole bank savings up, you have gold and a couple items. Right before confirming it, they swap it for a junk item with a similar icon. Think like a steel plate body, iron plate body, along those lines. You click too fast and they lock off with all your hard-earned money. The real world parallel is this is the same as bait and switch sales tactic. You're promised one thing but delivered completely something else. It happens all the time in sketchy marketplaces, deals, and even fake online stores. Listen, always check the fine print, exactly what you're getting for, even if you think you've seen it before. Pump and dump, hit it, quit it, all those sorts of names. What does this mean in game? Well, if someone hypes you up to buy a worthless item at the GE, they say, I'll buy frog legs, burnt fish, you name it, for let's say 20k. They're typically outside the GE and you test it, you end up buying one, you make a quick profit. You buy one for like 5k at the GE, and then they buy it for 20. And then you're you decide to go buy more. You end up buying 100 of them for, let's say, $1 million at the GE. You're like, sweet. You go to trade with them, and then they just vanish from the world. Log out, and you're stuck with garbage. You end up trying to sell it at the GE, and they don't even sell for 1 GP each. The real world parallel for this is it's just like pumping up schemes in crypto or stock. A group hype you up to buy an asset, inflates its price, and then it dumps. They all sell out, and it's worthless. You buy it at the top, and they cash out. Listen, if someone's pushing urgency on you, you're probably the product. Sorry, it's a life lesson we all learn. What about impersonation frauds? The people in game will be like, give me gold or get banned, I'm mod Ash. Bro, no, they're mod ass. It sounds scary, they look official, but it's just a troll in a costume. A real world parallel? Well, scammers impersonate authority figures, tech support, IRS agents, even your boss. It's just called social engineering. Demanding money or access, you've all seen it before in the scam emails. It's phishing. Fear makes people react before they think. Urgency. Real authority doesn't need to threaten you on impulse. Or what about just plain old phishing? You get a message, email, something from Jagex saying your account's in danger. Maybe someone's even in the GE trying to get you to buy gold, which requires you to log into your account. They link you to a fake login page of which you enter your info, and now they just own your account. Real world phishing is the same exact way. They make you fake emails, websites that just harvest your credentials. You think you're protecting yourself, but you just handed them the keys. Listen, if it feels urgent and asks for your password, it's probably bait. Just ensure this is why they have those safety measures in places to recover your account. They have MFA and all that, because it's super easy for these fraudsters to get your account. You just fall victim. See, each time you get scammed in RuneScape, you didn't just lose items, but you lost a little bit of innocence in your life. But instead, you gained something more valuable. Discernment. The ability to slow down, to question, to pay attention to not just what people say, but why they're saying it. RuneScape didn't just teach me how to fight monsters. It taught me to recognize the ones that smile. Looking back, RuneScape wasn't just a game. It was a mirror, a pixelated reflection of who I was and who I was becoming. It taught me that not all rewards come from leveling up, that some of the hardest lessons don't cost gold, they cost trust, and that even in the fantasy world, human nature is very real. I learned how to save, how to plan, how to take a loss and still log in the next day. I learned that some people will lie to get ahead, and others will lend you their best gear just because they believe in you. Over time, you stop playing for XP. You start playing for something else. The memories, the people, the unspoken truth that maybe this game raised you a little. So no, I don't regret the hours, because RuneScape didn't just teach me how to play, it taught me how to live.